Hello students, you are welcome in new chapter conic sections. This is chapter 11 of NCRT. This is part 1 of conic sections. Now we in this chapter we will discuss different sections of a cone. Sections is a part, different parts of the cone. For this you consider a fixed line, consider fixed vertical line. This is another line which is inclined to this fixed line at a fixed point P at constant angle alpha. So this alpha should be constant. So this line M is inclined to L at alpha at P point. And if you start revolving line M, so the cone, inverted cone that will be generated, I have prepared a model for you. So this is a fixed line whose equation is L vertical line. So this is vertical, and this second line is inclined to this. So you can extend this line on other side. So the two cones will be generated, inverted cones. So I prepared one only. So this is the inclined line, and if you start revolving this inclined line, so this type of cone will be generated. One cone will be in this side, inverted cone. So in this cone now we will discuss the different sections of this cone now. So in this P, that will be vertex and L is the axis of the cone. Now if you rotate M, so this type of figure that will be formed. So two inverted cones, and these are called nappes. So this is angle alpha this inclined line is making. By if you start rotating, this alpha should be constant, that should be same. Now if you intersect this cone by a sharp as plane, this is a plane, we are intersecting this cone by this plane. So it means if you are intersecting, so this is the figure, you want to intersecting this cone at different angles. So if you are intersecting this cone in this way by this plane, keeping the angle between plane and the point 90 degree. So one will be obtained. This is, so different sections will be obtained when you intersect the cone by a plane, and the different conditions will arise. What are different cases? When plane cuts the nappe or the cone, the following cases are possible. Now case 1, when angle between plane and that is 90 degree, it means plane is 90 degree to vertical line, fixed line. If then the section obtained is called a circle. So this is the figure. If you the intersection plane that is 90 degree to this, so if you cut this, so you can observe this cutting surface. So this type of circle that will be obtained. So cutting surface that will be a circle. Second case, when intersecting plane is making angle beta and beta is greater than alpha but less than 90, then ellipse will be obtained. So third case, when beta is equal to alpha, beta is angle, we know beta is angle between plane and the vertical line, then section obtained that is parabola. So cut surface that will be a parabola. Fourth, when angle beta is less than alpha but greater than 0, so then the nappes, then section obtained that will be hyperbola. So these four are sections of the cone. These are called sections of the cone, and you have to visualize because it is a three-dimensional. So you have to visualize this. In the labs we have different models, but here with the limited resources, so you have to visualize, and from this figure you try to visualize after cutting at the different angles what surface that will be obtained. But in figure, these are the different angles that we are cutting, and the cut surface that will look like this. This is the first case when angle beta is 90 degree circle. When beta is greater than alpha, then it is ellipse. Alpha is equal to beta, then it will be parabola. The cut surface will look like this. And this is hyperbola. And these are 4 sections of a cone. Now we are studying the first section today. It is circle. Now how will you define a circle? It is a set of all points in a plane that are equidistant from a fixed point in the plane. Set of all points that are equidistant from the fixed point in the plane. Now the fixed point is called center, and distance from center to a point on the circle is called radius. So this was the definition. Now in this, this is the plane xy, and this is a circle. C is center of the circle, and let coordinates of C are hk. P point is xy. P is any point on the circle. Let coordinates of P are xy. Now the distance Cp, that should be constant. Let this distance Cp is equal to r. This r will be radius of the circle. So because Cp is equal to r, so using distance formula, we can find distance Cp using distance formula, and this is distance. So x minus h whole square plus y minus k whole square is equal to r square. This equation will be obtained. So this is called equation of a circle, and this is equation in center and radius form. So when center hk and radius r, when center and radius are given, then this formula will be obtained. Now if center is at origin, what will happen? The coordinates of center will be 0 0. It means put h and k 0, then this equation will be obtained. So this is equation of the circle when center is at origin. Now general equation of second degree that may represent a circle, and this is general equation of a circle: x square plus y square plus 2gx plus 2fy plus c is equal to 0. If you observe in this equation, so there is no term of xy. It means if this second degree equation represents a circle, then coefficient of xy should be 0, and coefficient of x square should be equal to coefficient of y square. If these two are not equal, then it will not be a circle. So coefficient of x square should be equal to coefficient of y square. So this is general equation which will represent a circle, and in this general equation the center will be minus g and minus f. We will, by comparing the given equation, find out g and f, and center will be minus g and minus f. Radius will be g square plus f square minus c under the root. So this is the formula that will be used when general equation is given, and if you are required to find center and radius, use this formula. When equation of circle is required and we are given center and radius, then use this formula, or using this formula we can also find center and radius. So I hope it is clear. So that's all for today.